Well, hi, friends, and welcome to NC Family's weekly update for the week ending Friday, September 20th. Well, last week I mentioned that we would have an exciting surprise for you this week, and we do. Please allow me to introduce you to Mitch Prosser, who joined the NC Family staff this week as our new vice president. Now, Mitch comes to us from our neighboring state to the south, South Carolina, as it's commonly known as, where he served as director of policy and church engagement and then interim president at the Palmetto Family Council. Mitch is a great friend, a former pastor, or are you ever
former pastor. Yeah.
Okay, a former pastor, but will still preach.
Yeah.
A passionate advocate for biblical values, a husband and a father and a devoted follower of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Mitch, welcome. Please take a moment and tell our friends a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. Thank you, John. It's great to be here in the wonderful state of North Carolina, the Yankee land for those of us coming from South Carolina.
Hold on.
From South Carolina. It is truly great to be here on the team at North Carolina Family Council. Three things you need to know about me. Very simple. I'm a pretty simple guy. Number one, right out of the gate, I love Jesus. He's the reason I breathe. He's the reason I hope. He's the reason that I and we get to do this kind of work here at NC Family. The second thing, I married my college sweetheart. We've been married 17 years. Our three little boys, Ethan, Connor, and Graham. Christina's her name, by the way. Our three little boys, Ethan, Connor, and Graham. They are 12, 10, and at the time of this comes out, 7 years old. So he's having a birthday here in the next couple of days. And our dog is a boy. Please pray for my wife, Christina. And the third thing you need to know about me is I love America, and I'm growing in love with the state of North Carolina. And it's just an honor and a privilege to be here on the team and to get to serve people just like you.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Mitch. We are super excited to welcome you to the team and look forward to what the future holds here. Friends, just if you would, keep Mitch and his family in your prayers as they make this transition from South Carolina to North Carolina. But we know that the Lord has great things in store, yes. So we're just incredibly excited about what that will be, and Mitch will be a significant part of that. So
yes, sir.
Great to have you here.
Yes, sir. Happy to be here.
Well, friends, while we have your attention, I wanted to mention a couple of great resources that we have available for you. The first is a link under the video where you can sign up with our partner ministry, Christians Engaged, whose aim is to assist Christians across our nation to pray, vote, and engage not only this election, but in future elections. Christians Engaged has great resources about the elections, about the candidates, and will also send you reminders once early voting starts to make sure you remember to go vote, because we know, unfortunately, that the percentage of Christians that actually go vote is not nearly what it should be. And so we want to encourage and provide reminders for you to go vote. It won't be anything excessive, but it will be helpful reminders to say, hey, first of all, here's some great resources like NC Family's Voter Guide that you can go to learn more about the candidates, and then make sure that either during early voting or on Election Day that you go out and vote and be a civically responsible citizen.
That's right. You have to be present to win, and so you've got to show up and vote. In fact, I believe it's Christians Engage's goal to have over 1 million people engaged and registered to vote nationwide. So be one of those 1 million people here in the state of North Carolina.
Yeah. And especially those who have not registered to vote yet, because that's really kind of who they are after, are folks who are believers, who espouse Christian principles, but who may not have been engaged civically, and we all have a responsibility and a great privilege in this nation to be a part of our government, to elect those who represent our values. And so we want to encourage you to take advantage of that. So you can go on Christians Engaged, you can sign a pledge to pray, vote, and engage. And again, they will provide you with helpful resources throughout the election time.
Speaking of helpful resources, we've got a valuable resource here at North Carolina Family.
We have many valuable resources, you'll learn more about those in the coming days and weeks and months.
One very good one coming out right now.
Well, that is, and friends, as you know, the North Carolina Family Policy Council produces a very comprehensive and nonpartisan general election voter guide where we survey all candidates in the state this year that are running for U.S. Congress, for governor, council of state, state Supreme Court, and Court of Appeals, and the entire state legislature. So that's 400 candidates that are running for federal and state level offices in North Carolina that we have sent candidate questionnaires to. Many of those responded back, and that their information, their responses on important issues like sanctity of life, religious liberty, parental rights, school choice, budget matters, and other things are included in the voter guide. And so we would encourage you to take advantage of this resource. If you are currently on NC Family's mailing list, you will receive a copy of the voter guide for your household. So just know that you will get that around the beginning of October when we take the voter guide and the voter guide website live. But what we want to do today is encourage you to order voter guides in bulk for distribution at your church, your civic group, and in your community. We are pleased to provide this resource free of charge. So the printing cost, the shipping cost, the time it has taken for our staff to do this, we incur that and are pleased to incur that expense to provide this as a resource to voters across North Carolina. But the voter guides come packaged in bundles of 100, and we want to provide to you however many copies you need to make sure that every family in your church, again, your civic group, or your community have a copy of the voter guide and this valuable resource. So there's a link under the video where you can go and order voter guides in bulk. We will start sending those out in early October, so when early voting starts in October 17th, that you can already have those distributed and people can be informed. So when they go to the polls during early voting or on election day, they will be informed voters. And that's exactly what we need. So please take advantage of that. We've already had, a really great response to the voter guide bulk orders, but there are plenty more available. So go on as soon as you can and click that link and take advantage of that and order voter guides so that you have those to distribute once early voting starts.
In fact, right after this video is over, go to the bottom where that link is, click and pre-order those voter guides today.
Yes. Wait until the video is over,
though.
Don't
stop it right now.
But we're almost at the end of the video anyway. So,
we are.
But we are, again, excited about providing this resource. It's information you will not get about the candidates from any other source. And it's actually information directly from the candidates in their own handwriting. On the voter guide website, we actually scan all the candidate questionnaires that we get back from the candidates and post those on the website. Oftentimes candidates, and we invite candidates to provide additional comments and explanations for their responses. And all that information is available on the website. And that website address is ncfamilyvoter.com. That's ncfamilyvoter.com. When we get closer to the beginning of October, when that website's going to go live and all that information will be there for you to take advantage of, we will certainly be getting more information out about that too. So, thank you so much, as always, for your support, for your prayers, for your involvement and engagement. Mitch, great to have you on board.
Sir. Thank you.
We look forward to what the future holds here at Family Policy Council, and know that you coming on the team with your experience and the gifts and skills and talents that the Lord has given you, that you bring to the team, is going to allow us to do a lot of great things. So we're excited about that.
Yes, sir.
Anything else you want to add before we?
Yeah, actually, there are some important dates that you need to remember we get closer to election time. The very first of those is that if you have not yet registered to vote, you have until Friday, October the 11th of this year, 5 p.m. to register to vote. You can go on the State Board of Elections website and register to vote there. The second one you need to know about is in-person early voting, which starts on October the 17th. You just mentioned. You can go on weekdays and on Saturday, and you have until November the 3rd, Saturday, November the 3rd, to vote early in person. And then, of course, the one that most people know about is on November the 5th. So make sure that you get out and vote biblical values and ensure that the things that you and we care about here at NC Family are well taken care of for years to come.
Yes. And make sure that you are an informed voter and that your family members and friends are informed voters. So when they go into the voting booth, too often people go in and they don't they see a bunch of names and they don't know who these people are and what they stand for. But we want to help provide that to you. So when you go to vote, you know exactly who you're voting for.
I hear there's a voter guide for that.
There is. And friends, the North Carolina, again, are just excited to provide this resources we have since, the 2000 election. So it's been a kind of a labor of love, but something that we think is just so important that people understand where the candidates stand, again, on these important key issues that we care so much about.
Yes, sir.
So, again, take advantage of that. Thank you all. God bless you, and we will see you next week.
Yes, sir. God bless.